Some incredible dunks we saw. I mean, incredible. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in the last 2 quarters.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Cleveland leading by 13.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles. And for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
Rivers, he's checked in for Paul. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Taking a look at Atlanta and checking out Cleveland. They're tied right now. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Kevin Love. Some good contributions since the All-Star break. Averaging about 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Yeah, how valuable a player he is for them, Steve. Scores are always valuable. He gives them such a reliable option every time they have the ball.
Well, they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break. That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
J.R. Smith on the wing, covered by Redick. And the shot is good. And it's 9 points for J.R. Smith.
I think he just wants to show us that he's got the whole package. The leaner, definitely part of his arsenal.
Griffin. Jordan trying to free himself up. And he can't jam it through. Low block shot on the way. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
Irving double team. Smith right side. And Love with the basket on the assist by Smith. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
And J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
And, you know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on, Kevin. I mean, what is this guy thinking about here?
Why didn't you call us? We could have eaten some of that food. Here's Jordan. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers.
And Kevin, they overcame a very poor shooting night to win that game. You know, you're not going to be able to win very often with a percentage as low as theirs.
Yeah, no beauty or style points in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed to.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul, of course, such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Hamilton's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Paul in for Austin Rivers. Paul's shot is off.
And Griffin, you know, not quite as outspoken, doesn't get into teammates like Chris Paul does, but he is becoming more of a vocal leader, and that's a process, guys. It doesn't happen right away. He may focus more on encouragement rather than giving marching orders like CP3, but he is embracing that leadership role, which is a good sign.
Paul kicks to Turkoglu. He dishes it to Hawes. Back to Turkoglu. That one wide left. Cleveland leading by 18. Here's LeBron. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And Doc Rivers said coming in, one of his goals was to help Griffin really solidify his standing as one of the league superstars along with CP3, with the emphasis certainly on defense.
Well, and I think Doc has accomplished that, and Griffin has accomplished that. He's gotten much better in terms of his offensive weapons, his defensive awareness, just his command of a double team, and he sees that. And Griffin has become a true superstar, no doubt about it.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Here is Paul. 6 points for him. To the left side wing. Redick with the three. And here's Love. From deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Here's Paul. CP3 at point with Redick there in the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in a small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Redick with it. Guarded now by Irving. Paul. And no good. Trying to use the glass. It's tipped. And stolen by Barnes. Ball's knocked loose. Mozgov passes to Thompson. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Ahead. Here's Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. And stolen by Jordan. Pass to Redick. Barnes dishes to Jordan. Clippers moving the ball around. And that one's good. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark. Well, it's got to be the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
And the Clippers call time here.
Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy start to finish.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Redick kicks to Griffin. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. The drive by Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Talk about great numbers for Smith. He has 9 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
Yeah, he really is. He's always looking to make the pass. His head up, eyes up, trying to find the open teammate. Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate. First honoree is Chauncey Billups. I like the way that he has really stayed aggressive from that three-point line after not making a single one before the halftime.
Smith missing again.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
Well, true. The defenders shouldn't relax just because he missed that one. He's capable of getting hot in a hurry.
Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons, but in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
You know, LeBron has an interesting tradition during the playoffs. He turns his cell phone off, stops watching sports television, and instead he watches movies and reads books. It sounds like a good life lesson for all of us.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
Paul with the 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And for LeBron, that tradition started a handful of seasons ago, Clark. You'll even catch him reading books before games.
Well, you know, I've heard it said that all readers aren't leaders, but all leaders read. And LeBron James, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, autobiographies of Malcolm X, Jerry West, and even his friend Jay-Z, he has dedicated himself to expanding his knowledge. That's a good sign.
As you did. You are a voracious reader.
I love to read. I've always loved to read.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
In the season finale between these two teams, they will have once again broken the spirit of their opponent, finishing the season series with 3 wins, no losses against the Clippers.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Irving. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Hedo Turkoglu's checked in for Chris Paul. And Hamilton subbed in for J.J. Redick.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Dellavedova kicks to Miller. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
Shumpert gets a wide-open look. No good from outside. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.